access that market, but I'm already starting to compete with the people who have been there donkey years before I come. I know their speed. I know people can be so good that they are accelerated far more than their years of experience could afford them to. But there's a place for experience. There's something that experience teaches you. Do you know that delays build character? When you are in a situation and you take out time to understand that situation, in the process of understanding it, character is being built.
Okay, so shouldn't we also take our time, be patient, just like the president would always say? Patience.
Endurance.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we also be patient with his policies and see where it will take us?
That's where we are.
That's where we are. Because the question for today remains, what do you think is responsible for this kind of resistance to policies? Because if we are claiming that we are patriotic citizens, right, the policy does not need to favor me. Like the subsidy, it doesn't favor me in any way. But if the government is saying, these are the things that we have to bring on the table, this is the reason we are taking the subsidy, because in 5 years from now, we want to be independent in this area. It doesn't benefit me, but I know that on the long run it will. So I will be patient to see how that policy turns out. But many times, we as Nigerians, when these things are being introduced, it comes with a lot of resistance. It meets a lot of backlash. And sometimes the people who are in the position do not know what to do. So I think we'll just open up the phone lines. Before we do that, we need to cash out. But anyways, we'll open up the phone lines and we'll like to know what you guys think is responsible for the kind of, what do they call it? Inconsistency. What do you think is responsible for the resistance of Nigerians to certain policies as well? Could it be that, it's a response to what the government is giving? Could it be that it's a response to your personal feeling? Or, you tell us eventually. But let's head out on this very short break. We'll cash out, and when we get back, we will take your calls.
Please listen to this announcement. Farex Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 080-3596-5170. 080-3596-5170. You can visit our office at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Motor Park, Abuja.
Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. Here to stay.
Tap in and turn it up all day. This is Beyonce.
Hey, it's Lil Nas X.
Hi, I'm Harry Styles.
Hey, this is Burna Boy.
Playing the artists you love.
Eagles 102.3.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
You guys, let's keep the calls coming through now, and let's know what your thoughts are about the conversation we're having here in the studio.
Let's give you the numbers already. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. The other number would be 0908 766-8888. And you can as well get onto the WhatsApp portal number 0909-705-4450.
Welcome to Eagles 102.3 FM. Good morning to you.
The Eagles hostess, yeah. I get that.
Yes, my name.
Eldar,
right,
welcome aboard. Good morning.
I disagree with you people today.
Okay. We're here for it. Let's hear you.
Let's hear you.
Entirely.
Okay.
That case of that minister, the minister did not retire from office.
Okay.
He did not resign.
Okay.
He was removed because he did not perform.
Performing. Okay.
And then if somebody is removed because it's not performing, immediately they appoint you. You go directly to the place of laughing. What you do before they remove you and laughing?
Okay.
You adjust it before you sit down.
Okay.
That's why you see the minister adjust that place immediately because people complain bitterly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You know say the thing is wrong. Lawyer, you know say the thing is wrong. And then that's why you go to that place immediately to amend it. And then two, you see, there's something where it can build up for. And then there's something you are not going to build up for. Let me give you an example now. If there's any election now and then Tinubu is defeated, if the new president comes, we will go to OSF immediately. So I just this petrol subsidy and the news and news for Nigeria to feel that somebody is there. There's policy you are going to concede, and then there's policy you are not going to concede. You see, if they make a 5-year plan and then they are building up for, not to say, example now, this pipe where this man put for ground from River State, they carry and go to Niger, to carry crude oil and go to Niger. If they are president of the country, you know it's not necessary, you can stop that type of business. So that many things are going to beat up, and then as long as you are going to beat up, I just say that's why they say leadership.
All right.
It must show the change. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Elder. But I have a question for Elder. So, because if you are implying that the former Minister of Education, Tahir Mamman, was removed because of the complaints, because of that policy, should the natural thing to be done in his office, not the reversal of that policy while he's still there? Should he be completely removing him from the ministry?
Well, somehow the views, the counter views to that policy, they only got heightened, at the tail end of his, exit from office.
So you think it's fair that... Okay, let's leave that for a bit. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Princess. Hello, Timmy.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Obasanjo. Where are you calling from? Yeah.
Hey, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Come
on, Obasanjo. You want to take me off guard? No.
All right.
Not to be caught fresh.
I want to know your policies now.
All right,
well done. We are happy with you people. In fact, all our view this share. And then people are enjoying it. Right. People like it, whether we say it, whether we don't even say it. People, when they see us, they say, report this case. So we are partner in business. We are partner in the government with you people. God bless your heart.
You people should go and show us that love on Facebook and
show
YouTube.
Us the love on Facebook
because
and YouTube.
We don't see you guys there. We want to see you on Facebook and we want to see you on YouTube too. So,
that's right.
I think
I don't know your Facebook. I will not see you people.
Imagine that. Oh yeah, go sharp. And in fact, next time.
The policies, like Edda Oloja said, some of our leaders, I am telling you, they are on their own. They don't care about this country. That is why any president that come, I want to go. Why? Because it's quick money over there. They don't believe in Nigerian. They believe in America.
Why would you say that?
Oh yeah, if I didn't say that, if President Tinubu today will increase fuel subsidy, will increase the price of fuel, and people are talking, the majority of Nigeria came out in mass, we want to do protest. He called on the leadership of the big men of this country and give them big money. Go and tell your people, them pastor them, the imam them, go and tell your people, we should not protest. And the hunger in the land, disturbing, worrying everybody, and he keeps silent. When they catch these people from Kano and Kaduna, the whole of the north, I am telling you, if you go to TikTok, if you are listening, if you hear outside, if you hear what outside men and children are talking in the street, in my community, in the village, if you enter car, it's talk about Tinubu. Wallahi. You will not be okay.
It's fine. We get it.
Now let me leave it for there. Thank you.
All right. Shaking now.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much for that contribution right there. We know that it bites hard, but again, I know the policy does not favor us that much because things are pretty much expensive. Now, where the problem would be is after all these years of waiting to see the good of this policy,
that's right,
nothing is being done. But sometimes I think a benefit of doubt will do. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Baby, see my hand, no.
You can't able to handle two. I go just to
baby, I know be Equatorial Guinea, man.
You people will give you award to have more to
more
to make
Abby,
people.
it's all right.
People, now they make people they smile every day. Make God put smile on our face.
Amen.
Even though I no call, I just met it, just they laugh. Especially when I check my Facebook, you people, especially my name, say they do make up too much. You are trying. You see? You're making too much.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Now saying right thing.
Right, baby.
But if we see something like this, who our anger supposed to go to? Is it the president or the minister I don't really know, or the labor? We want to know our rights for concern in our situation for Nigeria. Now, I say for this lady, even I say we they just they pour water for bed. Our president not the list for us, but we thank God for now that they give us the faith and that they give us the hope. Now the hope where we get for this lady for Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. I know that when I start for truth, maybe they say they go lock the radio up, but they don't lock our life up. God will not do for them. Now what do they do? Now they feel do be that they cannot lock our life because they are not the one to give our life. It could be who they call. If Nigeria better today, they say our president make Nigeria better. We want to tell our president, he's a father. Before something happens for Pikin, the first person where the Pikin go come is my father. After father, na mother. We call our president. Not be poor people get refinery. Not be poor people open NNPC. Now they the child. Now they be the minister of petroleum. The other one come out. We hand over for our president. He knows he can capable to move Nigeria forward. He say he go hit the ground running. So hit the ground running. He say na sick. The second thing, he said Nigeria subsidy is gone. Today, we are gone. We can never go forever. We still have our mouth to talk. Now we beg our president, please, may listen to our cry. Let the refinery call for Nigeria. We have refinery. May they put the money, effort for them not be to share money, not be national cake. When they don't share, we keep quiet. We they see. Please, may I clear. His wife may talk to his husband. May he do well. I don't want to come out there. Say, may God forgive or more. We will not forgive. We will not get mad or forgive. Unless we do the needful, we can forgive. May we do the right thing.
Thank you, baby blessing. Thank you, baby girl, for being here today. Let's keep it coming through. We're still talking about what you think is responsible for the resistance of these policies. You know, let's keep it coming through on 09073 530044. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Okay.
All right, please do give us a call back. Give us a call back on 090-876688 and 88 or 090-9705-44 and 50. Let us know what your thoughts are about the situation and the conversation that we've been having here on the General Open Banter.
You know, it's always very easy for us as Nigerians, and I've noticed this, to always want to say he's Presido, he's Baba Presido. Look, we are talking attitudinal issues now, right? And the idea of having to rescind a policy is not something that is about a president matter. It's about something that we do on a daily basis. And if you ask me, so I could very, very much quickly submit that it might be a matter of interest. Several people serving different interests. So what is your interest?
That's why you can't listen to everybody.
The point. That's why you can't listen to everybody.
I will talk to you based on my personal interest.
That's it.
I'll speak to you based on my personal interest. But as a patriotic Nigerian, we leave personal interests aside and work towards the common goal, or work towards the common good of all of us as citizens. So I think the major reason why we see this resistance is from opposing parties. In fact, just now, the United States election has just been concluded, and we saw different parties. In fact, I saw a compiled video of people talking about how Trump is not fit to be in that position, how Trump is misogynistic, how Trump is, a sex offender, so many things everyone is saying about him. But there are people who think that this man has the policies or the right policies that can drive home the change that they want to see in the United States of America. So again, it's about personal interest. So can we look beyond our personal interest and critically analyze these policies first before we start? Because many times I realized that, in fact, at the time when that subsidy was removed, I realized that not many Nigerians knew what subsidy was. And so we took it as a point of duty here. We educated everyone on what subsidy is. But because everyone was screaming, oh, subsidies been removed and this and this and this, everybody just joined the bandwagon and they started complaining. Both those people who knew what it was about and the people who didn't know. The End Bad Governance protest, we also saw people, they held placards saying that, the government is trying, stop castigating the government. And what was coming out of their mouths was the price of food was expensive, we cannot, you're contradicting. we saw that happen a lot.
It's not just that. Let's just take this call first.
Let's take this one.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mata. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Good morning. How is work? How is everything?
Work is great, thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Mata, let me thank God you mentioned the U.S. Election, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you can actually pick one thing, do you know that the winner was announced within less than how many minutes of the result, right?
Yeah.
Nobody contested, nobody protested, and you know what she said? She said the constitution supersedes every other thing, the political party, everything. That was her conceived message, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was free and fair. You could see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, back here, Mata, I don't want to say anything, but you know what would have been. Now, I want to also ask a question, Mata. That subsidy of a thing, we want to know what is actually happening within Dangote and the importers.
Well, are you there, Soso, right?
I'm here.
Well, it's just a bicker back and forth, but Soso, we're trying to handle, something that has built
that even affects
that too. Yeah. So I think that's what we are saying. The issue of our is it resistance now
to
policies itself.
Well, now the policy is right. I feel if the system is working right, everything will work because you key into the system, right? So your personal interest will not matter at that point, right? Where you people are now, people are working, right? You have a system that works, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if I employ today, you key into the system, right? So whatever is your interest, you keep it aside. You key into the policy, or you walk away.
Yeah.
So if there's a system that is working in the country as a whole, whether president, whether anybody, whether ministers, or everybody, you key into this country, you key into the system, and everything works. So your personal interest, your party interest, and everything will not supersede the constitutional interest.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you so much, Soso, for that contribution.
Yes.
So first of all, we mentioned interest.
Because if it works, because if it works, again, the U.S. elections. I didn't see anyone come out saying that the elections were rigged, people were deprived of their rights. What people were saying majorly was, I don't see why you voted this person. But again, it's your choice. I would have preferred this. So if for a system that works, your personal interest is almost inconsequential.
That's right.
With regards to the removal of fuel subsidy, I mean, that is one policy that has left Nigerians, with... this is even beyond lamentation now because
it's beyond lamentation.
It's been on since May 29th, 2023. And there seems to be no end in sight, to this trend of lamentation that we're, now faced with. So are we having this? Because you said something about sentiment, right? In terms of resisting some of these policies. I know, of course, that opposition political parties, they have over time, shared their 2 cents on, the level of hardship that this removal of fuel subsidy
has cost Nigerians.
But is that policy, is it yielding results or not?
Good question. And then you might also want to look at it from the place of the opposition too, who during campaign, it was also like, we will remove the same subsidy.
No, but what was different in their manifesto was they putting strategies in place before removing the subsidy.
And you think they would have done anything differently from what
exactly? So I don't know.
Some questions right there. I mean, would they have done anything differently from what is going on right
now? Because
again,
the person who wears the shoes knows
where it pinches. True.
Because we were hearing before the president assumed position, he said things like, I've had a long time dream of making Nigeria work. I have had this in my vision for a very long time. I want Nigeria to work. But when they got into the seats, they realized that from the outside, it's a lot different from what is in the inside. And that's when they started talking about, the huge debt that was accumulated by the past government and how they are still trying to accept those debts while taking on more. It's a vicious circle.
So it also goes back to the place of interest and system, right? If you met a system that was working, indeed, it will be able to, you'll be able to, fit in and allow for yourself to just, soar. But when the system is broken, what do you expect?
At the end of the day, a summary, all right, will be the fact that we need to give the president, right, some time.
That's not the summary.
So
that's not the summary. Yeah.
The summary is what Soso has said. Make it work.
Build systems, right?
Build systems
that are dependable.
It's a gradual process.
It's a gradual process, right? But let me take for instance.
Be patient enough.
Take for instance the
this
rat.
Process to materialize.
Take for instance the rat. You know how the rat operates? It bites and it blows you air.
No, that particular rat is there's a type of rat. Yes, that does that.
It bites you and it keeps blowing air, so you don't even notice that you are being bitten. And some people just wake up and see that parts of their hand.
Yes, I've just been. Yeah,
that's what it does.
That's it.
This is biting. The subsidy is going to definitely bite. But what can I do to ensure that the effect of that is minimal? Make it work. It's difficult. There are ways to go about difficult things. It's just like labor. The woman is in labor. You can't just put your hand and remove the baby. You have to sedate, or how is it called? Yeah. Induce. You have to induce the woman. You have to,
sometimes known face, sometimes known faces. Just let somebody be there that she's comfortable with.
Exactly. Yeah? So regardless of the fact that it's painful, they cannot say, the baby remained there because it's painful for the mother.
Well, let me ask you.
They have to take the baby out, but they have to do stuff to ensure that the mother doesn't feel.
In this context, that the fuel subsidy removal is biting, biting so hard. Are you trying to say that there hasn't been any presence of, someone, maybe a leader, or anyhow you want to put it, but the president, of course, that's
ultimately,
yes, hasn't he really shown that concern that, look, you need to be patient, right? Things will get better. Because if you use the case of a woman who is in labor as a case study now, you can also liken that to the role the president has played over time.
But also,
coming up with palliative, ideas.
Did it get to you?
That's the question.
Did it get to you?
Because
that's
the problem. It didn't get
to me. But didn't it get to other people out there?
Do you know anybody from your circle? Do you know anybody within your reach that it got to? Do you know anybody within your reach?
I can't think of anyone.
So the problem is the problem is not actually the policy. The problem is making the policies work.
That's the point.
So I think for me,
yes,
making the policy work is actually okay, right?
Yes.
But we also need attitudinal change.
Right.
Of course.
That's it. That's it. Very vital.
Of course.
Very vital.
Of course.
I mean, it does not. We shouldn't really apportion the bulk of the blame on the president.
Nobody is.
Exactly. Nobody is doing that.
The people that have been, how will I put it now? The people that have been saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that these palliatives are where distributed, they should be held accountable. If at the end of the day we still have people complaining that they are not feeling the impact of these palliatives in any way,
that's because there are ways to reach people anyways. But we will not dwell on that conversation right now. There are ways to reach people. If you want to reach a large heterogeneous audience, we know that the town crier would not be effective, and that's why we deployed the radio.
That's right.
It's a system to get to a larger people and simultaneously. Right.
But the sad part is, if the systems are now being broken or eroded, where's the process?
So it's possible that it's a very brilliant policy. It's possible that it will work, but is the system working enough to make me believe that the policies will work?
Am I also putting the interest of the policies above my personal interest?
So
again, are you also making efforts to see that the system works?
And the change starts with us too. So it's not even just only about the government. There are things that we can do within our
ours. For ours is the place of mindset. I think it's a reworking of the mind, right? Because we really failed in that part.
Extremely so, because people beating traffic these days, and you're like, why are you beating the traffic?
See the case of the officers that were attacked in Lagos.
The Lasma officer, I saw that. Honestly,
that's an entirely different.
In fact, that's
an entirely different. Because those people have also been on the news. They've been dragged many times because of their approach. Last week, someone fell in the canal because of their approach and died. He had a pregnant wife. So again, it's the approach. It's not really the policy.
Still attitudinal.
This is somehow giving the vibe, to which VIO got a court judgment.
Exactly.
Banned them from stopping vehicles on the road.
Yes.
Well.
So they're very brutal. Have you been to Lagos before?
But we make them that way, Martha. Come to think of it,
well, I agree with you. I agree with you, FA. Yeah.
Okay, let's take it back to a system that works.
Well, finally.
In developed countries, they don't even give you the opportunity to explain why you beat the traffic. Put those systems in place.
People are not going to resist. That would be tagged too harsh.
Okay.
Too strict.
No, that's the point. That's what we're still talking about.
That's attitude.
That's what we're still talking about.
There are policies that know that anyone that resists is averse to change.
Oh, remember, let me take you back, to I can't remember which yeah. Let me tell you the part where they said there must be a waste bin in every bus, in every car. Do you know that people fought that? They resisted it, but at some point, because the system at the time was working, babes, they were putting it in their cars.
See, our time is fast spent, and we're going to have to go. We'll do this off air, but you know that this hour we're going to be talking about the city of Abuja.
That's
Please
right.
keep it locked in here and do not think about touching that dial because we will be right back.
Eagles 102.3 FM. Abuja, here to stay.